Hello and a very warm welcome to the Medalla Light Puerto Rico 10-ball Open. We are in the winners round 1 and we have a really good matchup here, in my opinion. We have from the Philippines, Carlo Biado, our defending champion from last year. He's taking on a young prodigy, a really upcoming strong player from Germany, Moritz Neuhausen. In the commentary booth we have another upcoming prodigy, Mark White, and myself, Tim de Ruyter. So what do you think here?
That's probably the nicest way you've ever introduced me, actually. I'm an up-and-coming prodigy. Thank you. Yeah, I feel good. Thank you very much, Tim, for having me. And, yeah, defending champion, as you say. And I like to see this. He's going slightly more into the centre of the table with this break. Really enjoy watching this guy.
He has a very fluent way to play as well. Like, he moves around the table really fluent, and also the way how he spins the ball around the table, a lot of control and finesse. It's a style I really like to watch. And Moritz has a very solid technique, so that's something I also like to watch because, you know, the small little details, he's pretty sharp with those.
Yeah, I just wanted to mention at some time during this match about his coach, and I'll be telling you a little bit more about him when we get to have a look at his badge on his chest, which Eric Olofsson tried to put on for him as straight as possible. Well, I think I could have done a straighter job, and that's saying something.
So we are playing 2 races to 4 ProBilliard series rules, so that means early 10 balls are allowed, are a win, just not on the break. We're playing call shot, and if we tie 1 each in sets, we go to deciding shootout.
Oh, has he hit a rail? He hasn't.
Oh, and great opening opportunity for Carlo. I think the shot clock got him as well. Didn't really have much time to think about his best move, and yeah, this was really sensitive. It was a difficult shot for Moritz.
Yeah, early rounds when you're not quite in your rhythm, the shot clock comes as a bit of a shock, shall we say.
That's always the thing as well. When you feel good, you really don't care about the whole shot clock thing. Like, you don't even feel like it's there. But now, if you feel like you're not really in stroke, or you don't, yeah, you feel not so good on the day, you know, then it really gets you. And yeah, it's not really something. Of course, you can prepare the best you can, and it still shows up sometimes. That's how it's gonna be. Top spin, center of the table.
Yeah, nobody moves the ball around with as much charisma as this young man. Really, really good to watch. Love watching him kick as well. Great kicker.
Yeah, got a little further on this. Small angle going to the right long rail, so he will draw and just take a little longer shot. Just made sure he had the correct angle, the easy angle to float the cue ball around. That's one of the reasons why he has a good cue ball control, is because he also knows about what angle he wants. You don't very often see him get on the wrong side of the ball.
Yeah, once again, as you just mentioned, nice angle here. Just keeping it simple.
Yeah, if you get straight on the 7, it can be annoying, or you're on the rail, like all this. He just made sure he was off the rail and was guaranteed to have an angle on the 7. Yeah, if you do all that stuff, then you're going to be a winner.
Lovely drag there, Tim. Come out firing. Never easy to defend your title as well. Best possible start here, though, for the Black Tiger.
Yeah, you will still think that he's the favorite in this match based on his experience. Also, he's won many events, former world 9-ball champion. That's why it will be very important for Moritz to start off right on point. Like he cannot afford himself to make too many of those mistakes. That's the trick, you know. He needs to make sure the pressure gets on Carlo and not on him. And that's the...
Yeah, you might have just heard a roar from the other table there, and Josh Villa is up against local favourite Alan Roland Rosada, and it sounds like Alan took the first rack.
Yeah, always attracts big crowds. Most of the Spanish-speaking players do, but especially when it's a local player, they show up in big numbers sometimes.
Josh Villa, part of the German team, as is the young man on your right of the screen there, Moritz Neuhausen, along with wife, not his wife, but Josh's wife, Pia Villa. Breaking off then, going even more central here.
But now he's breaking from the other side. So he moved over completely from sides. Nice hit. Just a little bit too soft. If you look at both of the balls coming close to the side pocket but not getting near.
So he's trying to make them wing balls, Tim, behind the one, right?
Yeah, the two balls behind the one, those are the ones he's trying to steer towards the side. Now, it is really depending on how well the rack is racked. That's one thing. But then also you can read, if you get a pretty decent rack every time, you can read like, okay, next break I need more power, or hey, maybe take a little bit off. Like you read the balls, or at least that's, I'm sure Carlo is doing that.
You might just have caught a glimpse there of the TS on Moritz's badge there, and that's his coach. He was with him some years ago. The guy is called The Stroke, real name Christian Reimering. And he's back with him, working on the stroke.
Yeah, they have many good players, of course, in Germany. Their league is very strong, but they also have good coaching. A lot of people with a lot of knowledge as well. So they're not scared to test themselves because they have a strong league. So they, you know, they're not scared to show themselves along the top players. And then with good help, you know, good support. Many champions, of course. I mean, if you look at Thorsten Homan, Ralph Souquet, Christian Reimering, like there's many of them. So I think he's got the hook behind the 9 and he's got the jump cue out. Can he play the jump bank?
There's, look at the contingent there from Chinese Taipei. Saw our Canadian Open champion there, Amber Chen. Her boyfriend, Robbie Capito, is here competing as well. Made that jump look so simple.
Oh,
unfortunately,
and
lost the cue ball.
He did make the one in the corner. I think he did call it there. So if that cue ball stayed up, yeah, tough luck. Yeah, and Carlo, he will love this opportunity here for sure.
There's the finger that taps away on the cloth as he plays the shot.
He also played a very sensitive shot there because he had to thin the 2 ball and bump the 6 away to make a path for the 4. I mean, he didn't have to, but he knew that if he just played that sensitive bump, after it was going to be laying so good. So one rail come back out. Or at least, you know, there's 2 ways you can hold a cue ball on this, but usually they like to let the stroke out a little bit. So stun with maybe a tip of right spin. The worst thing that could happen to him was getting straight on the 7 would be annoying to get to the 8, but he's got a nice angle to float down or stay high. Either way, just don't get straight on the 8. Yeah, good start so far from Carlo Biado. Looks comfortable so far.
That spin just going to whip it up slightly towards the 9.
Yeah, played it this way because if he hits the second rail, he was always going to come towards his next shot. So even if he underhit the ball, and he still has a shot on the 9.
Oh, thumps that in.
Talking about a confident strike.
Yeah, he's one of the great shootout merchants as well. If it should go to a shootout, if they go 1 set all in stage 1, but he's 2-0 up now. For those of you watching this, if you want to keep an eye on the Josh Villa Alan Rosado game, that is on our other YouTube page. They're 1-1 now, Josh Villa. All the big guns joining in now. Albin Ocean is in action. He's 2-0 up at the moment. Robbie Capito, who I mentioned just now, is up against Phil Burford. Now, Phil Burford may be not a name that too many people are familiar with. He's part of Team GB this year. And I'll tell you, this guy can really play. He's well known on the circuit, Tim, but not well known maybe by viewers around the world.
Yeah, he just... I spoke with someone earlier today who asked, like, hey, who is this guy, right? And I explained to him, I think it's like 10 years ago since he actually was active on the tour. And he just, you know, because pool, it just really never got going. And he felt like, you know, it just takes so much time. And yeah, and he completely quit. Like, he didn't even play on the side. Like, he just completely, from one day on the other, he just quit. But still, once in a while, like, you know, once in a couple of years, he would play and still play good, which is not something every player can do. So I'm expecting a lot of things from him.
Oh, look at that for a break, Tim. Gone real central on that one.
Just feel he's
underhitting.
No, a little bit soft, yeah. He has the nice pop and the nice square hit.
Is he not popping like it to pop? Why am I doing the South African accent? I was trying to do a Netherlands accent there. I'll give up on the accent.
It's not working, no.
No, it's not working. I'll forget that one.
So, good chance for Moritz. Just needs one good shot on the 1. Can go inside 3 rails around the 2 or outside 2 rails, twice the short rail. Holding the cue ball was going to be very scary, and yeah, he's hit it too thin. Or not enough spin, is he? Yeah, both sides. If he hits a little thicker, the cue ball gets a different direction. Yeah, from here he can nudge the 2. Is he able to get behind the 5? It's a really thin contact. That's why there's a little spin on the cue ball. Didn't get behind the 5, but at least he got the cover with the 7. That was the main thing. He didn't want to have the 2 ball too low.
Big prize money on offer here in this WPA sanctioned event. 37,500 to the winner, 17,500 to the runner-up. Get to the semi-finals, you're guaranteed 8,750. So it's good money on offer here. Nice kick shot. And he's got him back. Talked about that earlier, Tim, about his kicking ability. Typical Filipino in that aspect.
The good thing is they usually have really good speed control, and they kick at a certain side of the ball, always. They pick what side they want to hit instead of just going, oh, let's try to make it, or let's just hopefully get a good result. They make something happen. Close jump, just a little thick, and has
a 10. Is a 10 on?
Yeah, I mean, I think you got to shoot here.
Well, when it's easier to go for it than the safety is, I mean, look.
You could play it 2-way as well, because the 2 is going to go up to the long rail if you go for it, and you draw the cue ball softly into the 6. You bump the 6, and you're safety in mind as well.
He's called it.
He doesn't have to shoot it out, but I'm expecting him to shoot it.
Well, we're right down the line of this. Thank you, Mr. Cameraman. This is perfect. Oh, forced it in, made the pocket bigger.
Yeah, he's on the hill now, Carlo Biado, and things not going Moritz's way. Did have some opportunities so far, though, so it's not Carlo playing perfect. It's more Moritz giving some opportunities.
Yeah, there was that jump shot, wasn't there, where he actually made the ball he was going for, but scratched in the side.
Yep.
And then that mistake there.
And then also something in the first rack. There was something, I don't remember. Yeah, it's the only thing though, there's always a backup. It's a race to 4. That's the first thing. The second thing is also there's 2 sets. So, you know, I've seen many players lose the first set 4-0, then win the second set 4-0, and then win the shootout. Right? There's so many scenarios.
Very unique format, isn't it? There he's focused though. He won't be panicking just yet. Now he's gone to the side, further to the side. He's trying everything. Give him that.
Yeah, I just wonder. He has to be able to break a little bit firmer. Like this. This one I like this a lot better than the one he actually hit before this. Just that 8 needed a little push.
Scratches his head on the way back. What have I got to do to make a ball? So now you have to consider this a chance. Can use the 9 to hold for the 2.
He might even be able to go around the 9. Play with some right spin. 2 rails up to the 2. Nudge the 9, but still fine. The layout is not too bad. Just getting from the 4 to the 5.
Can I call the next shot? 3 onto the 8. Or maybe not.
I was already thinking, like, I'm not sure if he's going to do that. Well, he doesn't. Because he's going to leave the 8 there to go for the 5-8 combo. Because it's really tough to get on the 5. That's why he's a little bit stalling the 8. I like that because it would be really tough to get on the 5 ball for the same corner as where the 4 is going now. The only thing is you will have to control the 5 ball on this. This is the biggest challenge.
And he did very nicely. Can just stun over slightly to give himself an angle to draw back over for the 7 from the 6, yeah?
Yeah, either that or if he's straight he can draw back just a little bit and play 1 reel back out, but he had a small angle. Now just get a little straighter on the 7, but not too straight of course. You don't want to be stuck on the rail all the time. He's got perfect center of the table here. Oh, got a little straight on this 9. Now he will have to cheat the pocket, I feel. It'll be more challenging to get the cue ball off the rail. Yeah, did he get... I don't think he got on the 10.
He hasn't. Will he bank it? Or will he play a safety? Can really, really thin it and leave the 10 more or less where it is. I think he's going for the bank note. Side to side safe. Oh, he's trying to cut it in. He has cut it in. Wow.
Yeah, nice shot.
Thought that was a lot more thinner than it looked.
Yeah, it looked tough, really. On the other side, he really had to go too. Like there was no time to doubt. He's down 3-0. He needs to make something happen. So now reducing the score line 3-1. And you know, make a ball on the break. Before you know it, it's hill in the first set. So That's going to be the main thing I feel for this match. If one player finds the break, I remember Moritz having a pretty big break as well, so I'm hoping to see him crush it instead of trying to do something sensitive or precision. Head on, crush the ball, get lucky and hopefully win the set.
Yeah, what a great future this guy has got as well. Super nice, such a nice guy. Always got time for everyone. And he's going central as well, so look out for the 5 and the 3 balls into the left and the right side pockets. That's what he's going to make here. Hopefully he'll pop it for Tim.
Yeah, so depending on the rack, they get close or not.
Yeah, shake of the head for Moritz this time.
Has tied up the 3 and don't think there is a 3-7 combo, or at least from this angle it looks like those are pretty close to each other. And then what would I play? That's the biggest question. Probably stay on the right long rail and then cut the 2 and run into the 3 softly. Nudge the 7 out, and I think that's his only shot. Can he go forward? No, I think I like going directly into it. If you go forward, it's really tough to have a next shot on the 3.
I think he is going forward though, Tim.
Yeah, he didn't get on the 3. I don't think, and it doesn't go to the corner. Just from that angle coming in, he was going to send the 3 towards the 9, which could have worked for the bottom left corner. But in many cases, I was feeling the 9 came into play. If you came directly into the balls, you nudge the 7 out and you're still good. You run into the 3, nudge the 7 out and come off the rail, of course.
I think he's looking at playing the 3 into the 5 here and drawing the cue ball off the side rail in behind the 4.
Or behind the 7, just a little bit more speed. Well, he's got a little in between with the cue ball, got lucky with the 6.
Yeah, can't get through to the potting angle. Hand on hip, time to think.
Yeah, and those are pretty difficult situations in general. I mean, they're playing with shot clock. The ball is in the open, so you really have to hit it precise kicking. You cannot really say, oh, let me just hit the left or the right side. He needs to go one real half ball and try to get the 6 and the 10 involved, but I make it sound easy, really.
You've confused me. Caught the wrong side of that, I think, didn't he?
Or he was looking to hit it a little bit thicker and just separate the balls, you know, both on the long rail.
Yeah, the speed he played it at, I think that's what he was playing, what you just said.
A little bit more conservative, but he knew that it was going to be most of the time in the open anyways. So chance for Carlo Biado.
Yeah, on the hill, this to take the first set. Always lovely to win the first set, you know, at least you've got minimum of a shootout. Not easy this though, Tim.
I think I would be drawing to the center of the table. The combo is there. The only thing I'm wondering is the 6. Because from here it looks like it does go in the side. That would be probably the easiest way. First 5-8 combination. A little bit of draw. Played it a little bit soft. Was expecting him to pull the cue ball back maybe a little bit. Two rails around for the 6 in the bottom right. Oh, he killed the cue ball with right spin and we looked earlier, the 6 did go in the side. So from this view, in some kind of way, looks like it might be pretty tight.
Nicely done. So a bit of to and fro with the cue, but maybe just back to the centre of the table.
Yeah, he's just going 2 rails, twice the long rail, shoot the 10 in the bottom right. You know, even though it's tempting to shoot the 10 in the side because it's easy, in this case, you know, just don't travel too much and take it.
His little finger waggling, and he's taken the first set convincingly, 4 racks to 1. And I recently had the pleasure of visiting Carlo's hometown, and indeed his home pool room there at Sharks in Manila, as you did as well, Tim. So tell the viewers a little bit about your experience in Sharks in Manila there.
I had a really interesting time. Especially the format we played was very intense, you know, and what was really funny is for us Europeans, it's really intense, and for them it's like just a regular day. Like they do it all the time, play races at 30, race to 35. They last 7 hours, and they would go practice after. Like they just keep going. So it's really different style, and the people they have a different kind of passion for the game as well. So I really enjoyed my time there, and yeah, I mean, I was happy to go there and meet many new people as well. I learned a bunch of stuff too, because the conditions are very different. So,
soft break there. Tried
and look at the cue ball.
Tried the Alex Pakiline break. I know you were you commentating on
Yeah.
Alex earlier on?
Yeah.
He was what seemed to me soft breaking.
Yeah, he was purposely just breaking for the 1 in the side, and then if he wouldn't make it, it would be very scrappy, because then the other guy really had to run out a very spectacular rack to get it done. So it was a little 2 ways, and he knows that he likes to play the small, difficult positions and all that. So he made it work. It was quite interesting as well.
Unfair battle, I thought. A Kiwi against a Lion.
Yeah, it's just the Kiwi didn't survive long. On the other side, Moritz, he did cut the break too much, and then also was unfortunate with the 4-railer kicking the cue ball in, so things are not going his way. But still, it's not over. Never over till it's over, but some draw for 4 in the bottom left corner.
Such a gorgeous stroke.
Now, I think he's gonna shoot the 6 in the bottom left, and then go 2 rails to the center of the table for the 7. If you can avoid the 10. If he feels he won't be able to avoid the 10, he can play with topspin and right to go off the short rail and come straight back up, or go short rail, long rail around the 7. There's many options on this. Yeah, he was able to miss the 10. Then this is the most natural way.
Josh Villa, his partner, has taken the first set 4-1 against local favourite Alan Rosada.
A little straighter on the 8. Just gonna draw straight down. Didn't really need much side spin. Just make sure he drew straight back. Was always gonna have something on the 9 if he played it that way. Yeah, not even threatening a time fall or a shot clock fall at all, because he's feeling good. He's playing fast.
Yeah, and it's a lovely sight. The Tiger in full rhythm, isn't it? In full flow, just strolling around the table, making balls. His wife is sat there right in the centre with the black shirt on there, with him all the time. I remember when I was in the Philippines, when Carlo would go to practice in Hard Times, all Sharks. I'm sure he went to Hard Times as well.
Yep.
Interesting place, isn't it?
Yeah.
Full of people just breaking and running.
Yep.
There she is. There she is, Mrs. Biado, look. Karl Lagerfeld. Used to make a lovely perfume, Karl Lagerfeld. Yeah, she's always with him by his side every tournament, every time he goes to practice. Really is a family affair.
Yeah, also for the viewers at home, of course we all know Carlo plays well, but the way he walks around the table and addresses the cue ball with precise control, also in using the spin. Like, he spins the ball very easily around the table, and it looks very easy.
Oh,
but
he nearly made the cue ball. Sorry to interrupt you. Almost scratched again there, Tim. Carry on.
It takes so much control to do it. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, it really makes it look easy, and it really takes so many years to master something like that.
I think he's on this one ball.
I think it goes too, and pretty good layout as well. Don't really see many challenges here. But then also, even if it's wide open, you still have to stay in line.
Maybe 4 to the 5 is one of the key shots here.
Yeah, there is a pretty good window between the 6 and the 9. So center of the table usually is a pretty big area in this case. Now he did get a little bit more straight on the 2, so he won't be able to get the cue ball off the rail and maybe get closer to the 3. It's okay, he can still maybe draw back a ball or 2 and stun the cue ball over. Oh, he went close. No, he's still good. He can float the 3 in, should be fine. That's the main thing as well. As long as they stay close to the ball, the one, like, if they stay close, you don't really see them missing shots. It's usually when they get out of line, and then, you know, they start to force the cue ball more, and that's where they start missing balls. As long as he's playing decent angles, you don't expect them to miss balls.
Using that window that you mentioned earlier on between the 6 and the 9.
Has 2 shots, can go forward 3 rails, just aim for the center of the table. Other players, they like to, when they hit the ball really soft and smooth, they like to play low right. But playing low right, you could be running into the 6 sometimes, going around. You have to play better speed, but you will not find any other traffic. That's the pros and the cons for both shots. We decided to kill the cue ball for the 6 in either of the corner pockets. He's still close to the 6, so you would expect him to make this.
Yeah, top left on the screen as we look now, bottom left. He's missed it, has he?
Oh, well,
any
just the
harder?
base. Yeah, it shows that he's a little bit uncomfortable. Just by the looks of it, the cue ball is running a little bit further sometimes, and like the 6, he basically missed the 6 but played a good pace, so it went in. It's little details, but those details, especially playing world-class players, they really matter.
Yeah, especially being a set down as well. The pressure builds a little bit more, knowing you have to win this set to stay in it. Looking good though.
Yeah, he killed the cue ball nicely on the 8, playing low in the cue ball, taking off the speed, and then just right before contacting the 8, the cue ball started rolling forward. So he gets his first game on the board, Moritz Neuhausen, if he makes his 10.
And it goes. And we're just going to go around the room for you very quickly. Feder Gorst in action, opening his account in this year's Medalla Light Puerto Rico Men's Open. He is 2-1 up on Adam Pfeiffer. Mario He, part of the Team Austria, is 2-0 up against Jose Martinez. Another member of Team Austria, Albin Ocean, has taken the first set and he's 1 up in the second set also. Quick win for Abdullah Al-Shamari. He's won in straight sets, 2-0 over Fernando Paulino. Tyler Steyer, 3-1 down against Khalid Al-Hamdi, who you might remember won the Shane Van Boening Junior title at the US Open a couple of years back. If you're wondering what happened to Shane, if you haven't heard yet, he won in straight sets earlier on this morning against fellow American Keegan Badur. 4-1, 4-0. Roland Garcia, a new addition to Team Philippines, is 3-2 up against Bader Al-Wahadi. So decent break off from Moritz and has a shot. The side pocket here. Can he squeeze it past the 8?
Yeah, I felt he was going to try and play safe because, like you see, there's many balls in between. The odds of him not getting the safety would be really low. On the other side,
I think he's left a part of his 2-ball though, isn't he? Or not? Obviously not.
Probably not. No. From this view, yeah.
No.
I'm just wondering what side I would be kicking. I think I would be kicking over the left long reel and try to catch half ball of the bottom side in this view. He's going 2 reels.
How dare you question Carlo Biado's choice of kicking? Come on, Tim.
No, but the good thing about the choice he made was that the cue ball was always going to run again towards like 5 or 6 balls. So you just increase the chance of re-hooking your opponent. That's why he chose to go this route instead of going over the left side. I don't question anybody. I just always try to understand what is going on. Like why they are choosing certain shots.
Ooh. You can question all you want after I watched your performance against Shane Van Boening at the US Open. Was it the US Open?
No, it was European Open.
European Open.
Yeah, it was a fun match. I enjoyed my time
You
there.
seem to enjoy it.
Yeah, no, it was good. We both made many interesting shots as well. You know, it was really enjoyable for me to watch from my chair. Yeah.
You're being very modest.
Sometimes. Okay, interesting.
Look at that for an interesting shot. How well did he hit that, Tim?
Good speed, very good speed, perfect prime position. Just stunned for the 6 in the bottom right corner.
Little stun follow here, maybe.
I mean, there's two. He can even stop the cue ball and go 3 reels with the 8. Right? Like, so many things. The only thing is, on your club table, you can play this with inside and still get to the center of the table. I'm not sure if he's able to do it on this slick cloth. That's why he's playing the more natural route. Those are small adjustments most of the pros make just based on the equipment itself. Oh, a little speedy. He's just got off the rail, so it's okay. If he glued the cue ball to the rail, it gets scary, but now can elevate just a hair and still be good. Or not, maybe, yeah. Oh. There was a strange contact on the 10. There was some dirt on the ball.
Skid a bit, didn't it, that 10 ball? Just a little bit.
But he was straight, but if it was a shot with more angle, he could have missed it because of it. Now that he was straight, if you skid, it's still going straight. So
just give us a bit more information? You mentioned the equipment there and about old equipment and new equipment for people like us that, you know, we rarely get to play on equipment like this. For me, I'm talking about, and other viewers out there. What makes it so different, Tim, between the old equipment and the new equipment?
Well, especially, like for example, the Arcadia cloth stays new for a long period of time. So that means that it's going to be playing fast, so you have to put less stroke in shots. The rails are going to be grabbing not as much spin as, for example, in your club table, because it gets more worn out. So you have to adjust in positional play, also tip position. You know, sometimes, like I said, you can play a shot with inside and still get there. Now on these conditions, you won't get there. Like, there's many changes players make. I also know players that have, for example, 2 different shafts when they play on newer equipment, because they have to put less stroke in it, so it can be a harder tip, for example. And then if they play on old cloth, they like to take a soft tip because they really need to get more stroke out. It's like little details, you know. And why not? You know, I think it's pretty smart. So dry break for Moritz. Long 1 ball.
Oh, he went across that one.
Was a little tough also. He was playing with inside spin to check the cue ball back to the bottom side of the 2, and it's going to push the cue ball a little bit out. Yeah.
That's why I hit it thin, right?
Yeah.
I'm learning here as well.
So got a little fortunate, I feel. Not sure how much of the 1 ball he can see, but I don't think he's got enough to play a combo. Yeah, he doesn't have the combo, that's for sure. Also, there's no roll up. I do like that he's jumping this.
He's called the 10, did he?
Yeah, I think he's gonna. He called the 10 ball bank, because the 1 is gonna be flying up table, and he can leave the cue ball down table.
Great picture of the bridge hand there.
Wow. And just
1 ball off the table. That will stay down. Ball in hand.
He just caught the ball a little bit too much head on. Just lands a little bit lower. He should be fine. And there is a 2-10 combo if he wants to make it quick work. But he doesn't really need to. You know, most of the time, like in this case, you can miss the combo. It's not guaranteed. And the run out, you know, like 3, 4, 5 are next to each other. There's not too much to work with here, so. Little stun of the rail. And go 2 rails. Just the angle from the 5 to the 6. Now, you can go around the 10 to get to the 6. If he gets straight, is also fine.
Went in between, played it really nicely.
Is gonna up to shoot the 7 in the bottom left corner because he got a little straighter on the 6. It's not gonna hurt him. Oh, he still tried to get for the 7 in the same corner. Just barely got there.
That's that spin he loves so much again, isn't it? Lots of left-hand spin.
I'm still surprised he played it this way. Because if he floated off the rail, the 7 goes in the bottom left. Is all right. Now he's going to spin the ball. A lot of outside. Because it's going to throw the 7 a little bit more to the right. So
doesn't have to cut it so thin.
Yeah, you can hit the ball thicker and still throw it all the way to the short side. And this is like, that's what I'm saying. Like, he's also using advanced spin to pocket the balls easier at some point. And the positions, they come easier as well.
Same shot he played in an earlier rack, didn't bother getting on it in the side, taking the longer 10. Not a problem.
Yeah, nice clean run out. Yeah, 2 each. Still interesting second set. Because I feel Moritz stepped up his game a little bit. Less mistakes. Okay, he jumped and the one ball flew off the table. Of course, it's a mistake, but was a very difficult situation he got himself in. But besides that, I feel he's been a little bit more sharper than the first match. The first set, I'm sorry.
I think it's fair to call Moritz Neuhausen number 2, zwei in German. Number 1, Mr. Ein, is a set-up and on the hill, Josh Villa, over on the other TV table. If you want to go and watch that one, he's almost over the line, 1 set-up and on the hill in the second. Looking to get on the hill, Carlo Biado breaking off. A more conservative break there. Walks back to his chair. Dejected.
Yeah, and this is also a very big swing in matches. Is if you break and you don't make a ball, but you hook your opponent all the time, you know, they never get going. See, now Moritz has to play push out, so you always have the initiative to do something.
What do you do here? Tie a ball up, or what do you do?
I think I like to. I'm just looking at what ball I would be trying. Maybe the 6 with the 7, for example. Oh, he
left a 1 round kick, yeah?
Yeah, the kick and stick. You have to shoot this, I feel, because if you look at from the other view, the 10, 9, 6 and the 2, they're almost in one straight line.
He doesn't like it. If Biado gives it back, then it must be awkward.
Yeah, maybe Moritz didn't push far enough. But like I said, there's 4 balls he can get behind, so I feel no. Oh, we caught it.
That's why.
This is why, yeah, he didn't push it over enough, and the spin
didn't grab, as you were talking about before.
Exactly.
See, I am learning.
Wow.
I'm more worried about my memory at my age, Tim.
The only good thing that works for Moritz is the 5-6 got tied up. So there's still something that has to be done. On the other side, the 4 is just next to it.
Oh, he's played the 10 ball.
No.
Did he know?
No.
He called it, though.
No.
Did he?
No.
Oh.
No, he used the 10 ball with high right to go 2 rails forward. Now, he was not trying to make the 10, because if it spots up a little bit nasty, he could have blocked the 9.
He's okay, right?
Think he's good.
Looking very 5 ball, though.
Yeah, so the 9 does go. Needs to make sure he gets a decent angle on the 4 to bump the 5 over towards the 8. Just a soft, like 70-80% full contact on the 6, and the 5 will move over automatically.
How's it looking?
Did he get far enough?
Might
He's for sure far enough to
use the rail, maybe.
Maybe. The rail is gonna slide a little bit. If he just nudges the 5, he's still good. But you don't want to slip, just pass by it. That's the tricky part here.
Extension called. Gonna think about it just a little bit more. Only had 10 seconds left.
Yeah, more top spin, not so much left spin.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, got a little bit in between though. Like not having it straight to the side or straight to the corner. But I think he was going to settle for almost anything, because he knew he was a little short with the 4, so I would already be happy. And now if you make one shot to the side pocket, you solve the problem. It's a tough shot, but I think is the best way.
Looks tougher from this angle than it did from the other angle.
Oh,
beautiful.
Not for Carlo Biado.
Beautiful, huh?
Yeah, he's showing good form again.
really fell in love with his game here last year during the 8-ball and this tournament as well, of course.
Yeah, our defending champion. Former US Open champion, World 9-ball champion, Puerto Rico Medalla Light Open champion. And I'm sure I'm forgetting a bunch of other results.
He's finished a little bit short on this one.
I think he's just okay. Like, it's not far enough where I would worry, like, hey, this could be a little bit difficult. And the good thing is he's got plenty of angle to be automatic on the 10.
Yeah, playing a bit of one pocket here. 9 and the 10 into the same one. Really bizarre how he keeps that finger moving. There was a famous snooker player back in the 80s called Tony Mio, and he used to do exactly the same with his middle finger, but raise it up on the bridge. Bizarre. And it goes. And on the hill then, Biado for the match. Looking good.
Yeah, double hill. And a lot of... Well, he was showing quite some emotion there. I was going to say, I feel there is some tension in the arena too, because Moritz is being a little bit frustrated by how the things are going, and he's not making huge mistakes, but things are just not working out for him.
Yeah, usually his temperament is very good.
Yeah, but you know, I've seen the best players in the world get frustrated because the game sometimes just does that to you.
Fedor Gorst has taken the first set 4-1 against Adam Pfeiffer. Albin Ocean took the first set, as I said earlier. He's now on the hill in the second also. And Roland Garcia has taken the first set 4-2 over Bader Al-Wahadi. Tyler Steyer coming back. He's now hill in the first set with Khalid Al-Hamdi. Alex Montpellier in trouble against Gerson Martinez. Boza losing the first set 4-1. Back to this then, on the hill. Roland Garcia. Carlo Biado.
Hey, and there goes the
Wow,
cue ball.
there's a scratch
Finally
again.
made a ball on the break. He finally found a way to make a ball on the break in the scratches. Can you believe this?
Can you believe I just called Carlo Biado?
Roland Garcia, yeah, no, that's...
I'm not going to live that one down on social media.
You don't want to show yourself in the Philippines anymore. It's not safe.
I was just about to say, at least they're both Filipino. There he is, a little bit of a shrug. I remember commentating with Marcus Shamat here last year. Carlo, I miss Marcus. Great character, great Mosconi Cup captain and player for many years.
Just to get on the 2 ball. Just, oh, that 8 comes into play.
I haven't seen Moritz playing like this for quite some time.
Yeah, he'll be kicking himself for sure.
Huge applause from the next table. Signals that Alan Roland Rosada has just saved one hill game. So just
wow.
Beautiful.
Yeah, he's not happy with how the cue ball got back, but how well has he hit that?
Sweet stroke. Had a little bit of a snatch at that one.
It was difficult though. It was really long.
Very difficult, yeah.
Had to play good position also on the 4. That's what I'm saying. Like he's not feeling great, and then things are not going his way. And
yeah, Christian Reimering, if he's watching, won't be very happy with that last stroke. The one before though, what a beautiful, delightful jump shot that was,
yeah.
Tim.
I mean, it looks like this is gonna be it. I don't really feel Carlo is gonna be messing up many things. He's been playing very sharp, very strong, good feel. Everything you would be expecting from the Pinoy.
There's a female opera singer gargling in the background, ready to sing. That man there will have to come the hard way, it looks, and go to the one lost side. Still 4 balls to go though, anything can happen.
Yeah, it looks like he's gonna go around the 8. Interesting how he's played this. I was wondering, is he going around the 8 or is he going straight over? He did nudge the 9 in a really good position. That's one of the lucky parts, because he wasn't trying to get this angle on the 8 and being on the rail.
He'll be hoping he's nudged it into a nice position for himself though, rather than Moritz here. This is still got to be made. Looks a lot easier from that angle. Nicely done, stroked it in.
Yeah, maybe got a little straight on the 9, but still, even if you stop the cue ball right there, you have a decent shot on the 10. Great match from Carlo, showing that he's definitely here to defend his title and hopefully succeed. So yeah, that's it. Carlo Biado played great. Beat 2-0 in pretty fast style as well. So
I think we should go and have a cup of tea. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I like that too. So we're gonna have our next match at
7 p.m.
and Mark White is for sure gonna be there. I won't. I'm gonna have a cup of tea.
Sleep well.
Thanks.
Have some cocoa. Good night.
So, Tim de Ruyter and Mark White, we'll see you then.